You think The Sims is just a cute life simulation game, but what if I told you that it's the only thing that kept millions of people of committing a real life cruelty?
You don't need to know my name. I'm Succubus, and welcome to the Pink Court. The Sims has been called the cruelest life simulator
On
ever
TV
made.
tropes, there's an entire page called Video Game Cruelty Potential. Fans admit it openly. One of the most iconic parts of the game is making your Sims suffer.
One of the most preferable, wantable, playable, iconic. uh, Fire, Hana, electrocution, social isolation, emotional breakdowns. The tools I hear, and people use them. A mirror of the real world, which is a mirror of the real world. World, 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 world.
Say real world. Of the real world.
Of the real world. World. Mhm. A Guardian article described modern Sims gameplay as survival, exhaustion, emotional burnout, which is a mirror of the real world. Sims gave us dreams, but also fears. Today on trial, The Sims itself. The accusation. The game encourages cruelty. It gives you the power to hurt, and people take it. The defense. That's exactly why it helps in a world of rules, where you can unleash your dark impulses safely. Let's look at the evidence. And I'll read you some Reddit stories and people's confessions about The Sims. Used a cheat to have kids with the Grim Reaper, decided those kids were ugly, and deleted them off. The Grim Reaper was crying over their death when he showed up. Instead of evicting families, I used mods to delete them off and take over their lot. Why click evict when you can stage a murder? I forced an elder sim to woohoo to disappearing. I was bored of the perfect family, so I made the teenage daughter fix the stove. Of course, she died. In front of everyone. Breakfast was intense. Of course, where there's no control, there is a temptation. And the modern community gave players everything, from drugs to adult content. I installed Wicked Whims and Basemental. Suddenly my Sims were drunk, high, and doing things everywhere. Nancy and Geoff Landgrab once went at it in a bathroom on a date. I felt like I needed a shower after that. For some, Sims isn't about a dream life. It's about chaos, decay, trauma, trashy drama, decay, trashy drama. Real life drama. Drama или drama? Drama?
Drama.
Drama. Drama. Oh, drama. It's about decay, trashy drama, dysfunction by design. First thing I do, bulldoze the land grab mansion and turn it into a trailer park. Nancy ends up with leathery skin, bleached hair, smokes Newports all day and watches soaps. I have apocalypse furniture, roaches, alien walls. I need the dark mode. That's the only way I enjoy these scenes. Black Widow Maniac. I got grounded for 6 months in high school because of my TS1 build. My dad called it the Pool of Death lot, but I called it Black Widow Manor. And one female character that I actually cared about and made the main character. It was simple. Everyone in town got their turn to move in, but never moved out. I didn't just use the pool, I experimented at all the ways Sims could disappear back then. What got me grounded was that I put the urns in the walls, made a haunted house. Now, in fairness, that was not actually my worst. Just the beginning, really. But I was only 15. I got so much worse when I got my hands on The Sims 2. Not gonna lie, I think about this idea right now. Story number 2. Story. I got bored. I'll push Sims that I don't want with into disappearing. If they are very playful, I'll try to build up hysteria as quickly as possible to cause their disappearing. I had an elder sim that was dependent on my main sim and driving me crazy, so I had him woohoo twice with his wife, and he died from overexertion. I was really bored with having the perfect rich family, so I got the teenage daughter of my second generation to fix the broken stove, cause I knew she'd disappear in front of the whole family. I'm so ashamed. Well, you are. You probably are. Well, you probably are. Well, you probably are. As a caring succubus, I'd say that after all the darkness, you would probably need a bit of light. That's why the way I play is that I make families and make them fully supportive and loving. I love my little families so much they emotionally impact me. I started my legacy household. I'm still playing with them. The sim that I started with is still alive and I'm avoiding playing that save file because I'm so scared of her dying. I write like little fan fictions in my head of the sim that I play with and I break down nearly everything in their lives. These little virtual people that I made are such a big part of my life. If I ever lost my save files, I'd have a breakdown. I started keeping my save files on a flash drive and updating it so often because of how connected I am to them. I also make nearly every sim I play with queer. Some people treat their sims like a real human beings. That's sweet. Too sweet, even. So, is the dark theory wrong or right? Are all the simmers that cruel? And does it involve real life? Before you get scared of yourself, let's do some psychology. Why people do this? What that says about them? And why does this be? Why people do why people do this? That. Why people do that? What it says about them? And here's the thing. Being cruel, it seems, doesn't mean you are a bad person. It's just curiosity, exploring your shadow, and the way to ask, what happens if rules doesn't exist? Or what if I just break the rules? Not in real life. For many, it's catharsis. Давайте назовем это правильно.
Catharsis.
Catharsis. For many, it's catharsis. Releasing anger or stress in a harmless way. It can even be healing. You replay situations where you once had no control. And now you will decide what happens. This sense of power can be really therapeutic. Research shows that violent games don't make people violent. In fact, the players become not that aggressive in real life because the game gives them an outlet. Sims especially allows people self-regulating and safe stage for experimenting. So no, drowning a Sims or locking them in the room doesn't make you psychopath. It makes you human. We all have darkness, and games like The Sims let us explore it safely, with humor, with distance. People who kills their Sims can be the same people who don't bother even a fly in real life. And this is our truth for today. Now tell me in the comments, what's the darkest or the funniest thing have you ever did to your Sims? Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, write me a comment, and let's be in touch in our pink court or other parts of my Hex and Halo universe. Oh, and please subscribe to my Telegram channel. The link you can find in the description of this video. Thank you.